In the small village of Ikuku, there was one man who everyone feared. His name was Madu. Old people, young people, even little children, they all knew him. He was the madman of the village. His face was thin, his eyes wild, his clothes were torn and dirty. His hair looked like it had never been washed. But what made the villagers most afraid was not his madness. It was the big sack he carried everywhere. The sack was old and worn, dirty like him. It looked heavy, very heavy, as if it was filled with something terrible. No one knew what was inside. Wherever Madu went, the sack followed. It dragged behind him like a shadow. He never left it, not even for 1 second. Some villagers whispered that sack ... It smells bad, like burnt things ... like old blood. Others said, don't go near him, don't even look at him. That man is dangerous. No one knew where Madu came from. He had no home, no family. He never spoke to anyone. The only place he stayed was under the big Ioko tree in the market square. The Ioko tree was very old. Its thick branches spread wide, giving shade to the ground. Madu slept there every night, curled up under the tree. His sack beside him always. When it rained, he did not move. The rain fell on him like a cold blanket. But the sack stayed close to him, as if it were part of his body. Every morning, Madu begged for food. Some women gave him scraps of yam, cassava, or old bread. He never said, "Thank you." He only nodded with a strange smile, half crazy, half sad. Sometimes he sat under the tree and laughed to himself. The sound was dry, like leaves crunching underfoot. It sent chills through those who heard it. Children were told, "Stay away from that man, he is mad. Madmen can be dangerous." But children are curious. They peeked from behind windows and walls. "What is in that sack?" they asked each other. "Why does he carry it everywhere?" No one dared to go close and find out. For many months, life in Ikuku went on like this. Madu, sitting under the tree, the villagers keeping their distance. But one day, something happened that changed everything. A little girl named Chica, only 7 years old, left home with her small calabash bowl. Her mother had sent her to buy palm oil. "Come back quickly, Chica. Don't stop to play," her mother warned. "I won't, Mama," Chica called back, her voice bright like a bird's song. But Chica did not return. At first her mother thought she was with friends. As the sun rose higher, her worry grew. She called out, "Chica, Chica," but there was no answer. Neighbors joined the search. They looked in the market, by the stream, in the bushes, and near the forest. At last they found something, a small calabash lying empty on the path. But Chica was nowhere to be seen. By evening, the whole village was in shock. "Where is she?" they asked. Did an animal take her? Could it be ... the madman? Near the market, women whispered in fear. It must be Madu, that sack. That terrible sack, who knows what is inside? One old woman shook her head. "He is just a madman. He wouldn't harm a child." But fear had already taken root. Madu sat under the Ioko tree as usual, chewing a stick, humming to himself. The sack beside him, when someone asked if he had seen Chica, he only laughed. The sound was cold. It made the villagers' blood run cold. "Madmen know nothing," an elder said. "We must keep looking." But Chica was never found. Weeks passed. The village was not the same. Mothers kept their children inside. People walked quickly past the Ioko tree. Still, Madu sat there, quiet, smiling, his sack at his side. Then one morning, it happened again. A boy named Amika, 10 years old, was sent to fetch water from the stream. He laughed as he left home. "I'll be back soon." He called to his siblings, but Amika never returned. When his brother went to the stream, he found only the wooden bucket by the water. Amika had vanished. The village was now full of fear. "Not another child," they cried. Everyone searched. Dead. Forests, the stream, the fields. But there was no sign of Amika. Whispers filled the air. It is Madu. It must be him. Ever since he came, our children are disappearing. But he is mad, someone said. What would he want with children? Another replied, he is always watching. Always with that sack. No one dared to confront Madu. He sat under the tree, chewing sticks, laughing softly. The sack always beside him at night. When the village slept, the truth came out. Madu was not mad, he only pretended. The sack was not emptied out under the moonlight. He opened it. Inside was a sharp knife, its blade shining. Madu moved through the darkness, silent and clever. He watched the children, the women, even strong men, and when he struck, it was quick and deadly. The heads, he took them deep into the forest to a hidden hut. There, dark men waited ritualists. They paid Madu well, and he returned before dawn, back to the Ioko tree, sacked full again. No one knew the evil that sat so close. No one dared to ask, but one day something would happen, something that would shake the village to its core. The whole village of Ikuku was now living in fear. Children did not play outside anymore. Mothers held them close. Men locked their doors before dark. The name Madu was whispered in fear. He must be the one. Since he came, the children are disappearing. But no one dared to speak to him. No one dared to look inside that sack day after day. Madu sat under the big Ioko tree, his dirty face calm, chewing sticks, sometimes laughing softly to himself. The sack always beside him, heavy, silent, full of dark secrets. But no evil can stay hidden forever. One afternoon, the sky was bright. The sun shone hot on the earth. A farmer's wife was returning from her farm, her basket full of cassava. She walked past the Ioko tree. Her eyes, sharp as any mother's, noticed something strange. Dark drops, ... sticky ... Sliding down from Madu's sack, she stopped. Her heart jumped. Blood, she gasped. Without waiting, she ran home, shaking with fear. She told her husband what she saw. Her voice trembled. Her hands shook. There was blood. I saw it with my own eyes. Her husband, a strong farmer, gathered other men. They spoke in low voices. We must act. We cannot be cowards. We cannot allow this evil to continue. Night came. The village was tense. Every house watched the Ioko tree. But Madu was gone. The sack ... gone. Where is he? The people asked in fear. But Madu had already slipped into the darkness. He moved like a shadow, light on his feet, clever as a spider. Deep in the forest, he reached the hidden hut. Inside, the ritualists waited, her faces eager. Greedy. Mad, you opened the sack. He brought out what they wanted, human heads. Good work, one of them said. They gave him coins and goods. Madu smiled. No madness now. Only cold, clever eyes. Before dawn, he returned to the Ioko tree, as if nothing had happened. But something had changed. The farmer's wife told the village elder everything. The elder was wise and brave. We must catch him. Tomorrow morning we will act. The next morning, as the rooster crowed, the men of Ikuku gathered. They brought strong ropes, sharp machetes. Their faces were hard with anger, their hearts full of fear. Slowly they walked to the market square. Madu was there, sitting under the Ioko tree, chewing a stick, humming softly. The sack beside him. He looked up, his eyes wild, strange smile on his face. Madu. The elder called, what is in your sack? Madu laughed, a dry, crackling sound. Nothing, just old things. I am mad. ... Leave me be. But the men did not leave. They moved closer. They grabbed him, tied his hands with rope. Madu screamed and kicked. But it was too late. The elder stepped forward. Slowly, carefully, he opened the sack. What they saw made even the strongest men shake. Heads, human heads. Some were small children. Some were women. Some were men. all covered in blood. The village gasped. Women screamed, some fainted, children cried. It is true. He is the one, the devil in our midst. The elder's voice shook with anger. This man is not mad. He is evil. He kills 4 ritualists. Madu's face changed. No more madness. Only hate. I fooled you all, he spat. You pitied me. You fed me. You never dared to touch the sack. Fools! The elder raised his staff. No more. Evil ends today. The villagers dragged Madu through the streets. They beat drums. They shouted. The killer is caught. The children's killer. At the village square, the council met. They judged Madu. The people called for justice. We lost our children. We lost our peace. Let him face the punishment. The elders agreed. Madu would be given to the forest spirits. The same forest he used for his evil would now claim him. That night, under the light of the full moon, they took Madu deep into the forest. They tied him to a tree. They left him for the spirits of the dead. The wind howled through the trees. No one saw Madu again. But the village of Ikuku was never the same. Even today, old people tell the tale. Be careful of madmen with sacks. Not all madness is real. Not all beggars are harmless. Some carry evil on their backs. And if you go to Ikuku and ask, the people will point to the old Ioko tree. That is where the killer sat day after day with heads in his sack. And the children, they never forget. They listen to their mothers. They stay away from strangers because evil can wear the face of madness, and even the cleverest devil can fool a village. For a time, but in the end, the truth always comes out. And this is why ... You must always check the madman in your area.